This is Channel 9 Eyewitness News this morning. Coverage you can count on.
Breaking overnight, former President Donald Trump is on track to return to the White House.
He just gave a victory speech in South Florida within the last 2 hours.
So I want to thank the American people for the extraordinary honor of being elected your 47th president and your 45th president.
Eyewitness News this morning is breaking down the results nationwide across the state and in our own community. Good morning and welcome. I'm Kirsten Delgado. It's Wednesday, November 6th.
And I'm Alexa Lorenzo. We have a lot to cover this morning, but we get you going with certified meteorologist Brian Shields in Severe Weather Center 9.
Yeah, let's get an update on what we're seeing. The new information in from overnight on Rafael. That is working its way now into Cuba. Winds right now at about 90 miles per hour, so it did strengthen, and then it's going to shift more toward the central Gulf of Mexico. And then down the road, there should be some weakening by the time we get into this weekend in the Gulf of Mexico, right over water. And all of this stays away from us. You see it down to the south. Very small, compact system, but moving right up toward western Cuba with those hurricane impacts as we go throughout the day down there. And then that'll shift off to the west of us. Now, for us, we had some rain overnight. Still watching out for some of those spotty showers that are around. You see kind of hit or miss. Flagler, Volusia, you see some of those showers kind of pumping on shore. So you may have wet roads or a couple of the showers that we have out there now. Temperatures running in those 70s, 75 in Orlando, 79 Titusville. It's warm. It's kind of humid. 76 in the Villages, 76 in Palm Coast, 76 in Claremont. So throughout the day, more clouds and sun. We'll watch out for some spotty showers and storms and warm. Those low to mid 80s, midday 84 by 3 o'clock. Temperatures are right around 83. Coming up, we'll get into the computer models, what we're seeing in the tropics, and a look ahead to the upcoming weekend. It's going on 4:02. Kirsten?
Brian, thank you. We want to start this morning with everyone across the country, of course, is what they're still watching this morning closely, the race for the White House. Here's a look at the Electoral College map. Since we went off the air at midnight, ABC News projected former President Donald Trump to win Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Nebraska, while Vice President Kamala Harris claimed New Mexico, New Jersey, and Minnesota. But within the last 2 hours, former President Donald Trump spoke at his Election Day watch party in Palm Beach County, and Channel 9's Shannon Butler is there this morning. We want to get you caught up on the results in the presidential election that came in while you were sleeping as well.
Yeah, Channel 9's Sam Martello joins us in studio with a closer look.
Yeah, Alexa and Kirsten, former President Donald Trump won Florida last night for the third consecutive election, earning the state's 30 electoral votes. He won all of our central Florida counties except for Orange, and he won Miami-Dade County. I want to mention this, which is a majority Latino district and was reliably Democratic for decades. The county voted for Hillary Clinton in 2016 and President Biden in 2020. He went on to win all counties in Florida except for Gadsden and Leon in the Panhandle, Alachua, and Palm Beach and Broward counties down south. Now, to other states across the country, ABC News called Pennsylvania for Trump just after 2 this morning, leaving him just a few electoral votes away from being the 47th president of the United States. Trump has also won the swing states of Georgia and North Carolina. Right now, we are waiting for the results in Arizona, Michigan, Nevada, and Wisconsin. So, of course, when we have those updates for you, we'll let you know. Live in studio, Sam Martello, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Sam, thank you. We have team coverage for you this morning on the election results across Central Florida. One of the biggest races here is the race for Orange Osceola State Attorney.
Voters have chosen to re-elect Monique Worrell, who was previously suspended by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. She defeated the man the governor chose to replace her, Andrew Bain. Channel 9's Ashlyn Webb heard from Worrell last night. Overnight, Worrell released a statement saying in part, quote, "I'm deeply grateful for the incredible support this campaign received from the community. Together, we'll continue the work we began in 2020 that brought violent crime to its lowest level in a decade."
This year, voters had to make important decisions on 6 proposed constitutional amendments.
They need 60% approval to pass, and only 2 of them got that support. Those were Amendment 2, which established hunting and fishing as a public right, and Amendment 5, which says homestead property exemptions will be adjusted with inflation. Our live team coverage continues this morning with Channel 9's Q McCray. And Q, some of the most debated amendments here failed.
Yeah, that's right. Florida voters had their say on 2 hotly debated issues last night: personal marijuana use and abortion rights. Amendments 3 and 4 both received a majority yes vote, but neither met the state's 60% requirement for constitutional change. So
In a nutshell, Amendment 3 and 4 aim to reshape Florida's laws on these major topics. Amendment 3 proposed to legalize personal use of marijuana for adults 21 and older. And as it stands right now, Amendment 3 garnered around 55% of the vote compared to 44% no. Attorney John Morgan backed that amendment and put millions of dollars into promoting it. He says the issue is dead now.
It is so expensive now to do a constitutional amendment. I couldn't do what I did with medical marijuana and the minimum wage. I couldn't do it again unless I was Bill Gates or Elon Musk.
All right, Amendment 4 earned 57% of the yes vote and about 43% no. Amendment 4 aimed to prevent the government from interfering in abortion decisions before a fetus can survive outside of the womb or when needed for patients' health. Now, since both amendments failed, current laws on marijuana and abortion rights in Florida will stay the same, at least for now. In the studio, Q McCray, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Q, thank you. We have more results this morning out of Orange County.
Channel 9's Nick Papantonis was live at the Republican Watch Party last night and spoke with the winners of some county commission seats. And you can find all the local and state election results right now on our website. Just scan the QR code on your screen or go to the homepage of WFTV.com.
4:11 on this Wednesday morning. Here's certified meteorologist Brian Shields.
And watching a couple of those showers out there this morning. Overall, not bad, mainly on the dry side, but we've had a few sprinkles, some areas of drizzle too. And then we swing our way back toward parts of Flagler and Volusia. And that's where we've had a couple of those showers that have just been popping up, skirting right along our coast. You see anywhere near Ormond Beach, Holly Hill, Daytona Beach Shores, you may see a few of those showers that are trying to pump by this morning. All right, bigger picture, we get down to the south. Here we are, and you can see this here, very compact hurricane, kind of a smaller hurricane, but stronger as this works its way into western Cuba. And then they're going to have those hurricane impacts western Cuba, not as much central and, of course, eastern Cuba on the OK side. But western Cuba, this rolls in as we go throughout the day. And then it's going to make a curve more back toward the west, away from us here, and then eventually down the road even more to the west, where there should be that weakening trend with this as we get into the weekend. This here is by the time we get into Saturday. Some of the computer models just have this eventually fall apart. We'll wait and see on that, but this area moving away from us. Now, as we go throughout our day, those numbers, they'll be on the warm side, 80s again today, low to mid 80s through the afternoon, and watching out for a few spotty showers this morning, and then a couple showers and even thunderstorms this afternoon. We'll track that on Future Track, get into the weekend, the latest track and what we're watching with Raphael down to the south of us. I'll see you in a few. It is 4:12. Alexa.
Brian, thank you. Florida has elected U.S. Senator Rick Scott to another term.
Coming up, though, why he may be running for another office soon.
And we have local election results out of Volusia County. Next, how one of last night's winners has promised to help the community after Hurricane Milton. It's 4:13. Welcome back. It's 4:15 as we take a live look over downtown Orlando. We are here with all your election results as we start this Wednesday morning together. Thanks for being with us. I'm Alexa Lorenzo.
And I'm Kirsten Delgado. This morning, Channel 9 is bringing you results from across Central Florida. Now we go to Volusia County.
Channel 9's Demi Johnson is breaking down some of the factors voters may have considered when they made their decision. Osceola County is sending Sheriff Marcos Lopez back to office for another 4 years.
He beat local businessman Donnie Martinez, and Sheriff Lopez won nearly 58% of the vote, while Martinez won nearly 43%. Lopez was first elected in 2020. Sumter County will be getting a new sheriff next year. Deputy Patrick Breenden won 81% of yesterday's vote, while local business owner Eric Anderson won 19%. Both candidates chose to run after current Sheriff William Farmer Jr. announced he would not run this year.
Brevard County residents have voted against an amendment that would have given commissioners a pay raise. Amendment Article 2 would have raised the current salary of $60,000 to over $100,000. It lost by 51% of the vote.
And voters in Lake County have approved a referendum for $155 million in bonds. $65 million will be for land acquisition, while $90 million will be used for public access improvements and habitat restoration. The estimated annual increase on a Lake County home valued at $300,000 is just under $33. Well, with the election over, some people in Orange County have an alternative to throwing out their campaign signs.
The county is offering to recycle those for free. People can drop off those signs today through next Monday at various locations. Wood and metal frames must be removed from the signs before being dropped off. You can find a location near you on our website, WFTV.com.
So many people wonder, what do you do with them? And now, especially in Orange County, you have your answer.
Yeah, so it's an easy drop-off. All that's posted on our website, WFTV.com.
I'm keeping the big Brian Shield sign out in front of my house.
Me too.
Yeah.
Mine is still in good condition.
Just in case,
In case, you never know.
You're going to say something more important.
It was really humid when I walked out this morning.
It's there was areas of drizzle around, and that's part of the tropical system to the south. It's not coming here, but just the overall atmosphere making us more tropical, if you will, and that humidity will be back in a bigger way today and tomorrow. We get into downtown Orlando, 75 degrees, sunrise 6:41, and that sunset at about 5:30. We're at 76 in the Villages, and we're just flat out warmer, mid to upper 70s around with the extra clouds. We're near 80 as we work our way into Titusville, Melbourne, Palm Bay, 77 Daytona Beach, mid 70s for us across Seminole County this morning. Winds are pretty light. The onshore breeze, though, still with us, and that is going to continue to bring in a couple of those showers. Now, no big issues with the visibility, but I'm going to monitor that. We have a low deck of clouds around and some of that drizzle, and here are some of the areas of showers. A couple sprinkles popping up over parts of Brevard, Volusia, Flagler. We've had these hit or miss showers kind of rolling on shore this morning and more offshore, so be mindful of that if you're out early, maybe coming in from the overnight shift or getting out early to work. And down to the south, there it is. There is Hurricane Rafael that is working its way into Cuba as we go throughout the day. This morning, conditions get a lot worse over toward Havana. This will work its way through. Not a large hurricane, but it's strong. Winds at about 90 miles per hour, could get even stronger. Then it works its way into the Gulf of Mexico to the west of us, where it should eventually weaken by the time we get into this upcoming weekend. And you see it here on Future Track. None of this coming here, kind of spinning its way out into the Gulf, and then over the next few days just working into the west, where hopefully some of the cooler water in the Gulf helps to weaken that, along with some wind shear. Today, some extra clouds around, numbers in those 80s, 84 midday, and you see those spotty showers. We'll have some this morning. This is 6 in the morning, taking you through the day, kind of hit or miss, watching out for some areas of rain and even a few thunderstorms popping up. This here's by 1 o'clock. You see some of the showers and storms, so about a 50% chance of some rain today. So just a heads up on that with that tropical system to the south, more of that moisture around. 50% chance of rain today. 7-day forecast on your screen, 30% chance tomorrow, and we stay warm through the weekend. Friday 86, 85 Saturday and Sunday. Mid-80s continue right into Veterans Day. This weekend, that rain chance only at 20%. Coming up, we'll swing right back to the tropics. It's 4:21. Kirsten?
Brian, thank you. 2 well-known lawmakers in Orange County have been reelected. Still ahead, their focus now that the election is over. And next, how this candidate for a St. Cloud City Council seat just made history. It's 4:21. Approaching 4:25 on this Wednesday morning, taking a live look at downtown Orlando, where the 408 meets the I-4. People still getting up and out early this morning. Of course, we'll have your weather and traffic starting at 5 a.m. here on Channel 9 every 10 minutes. For now, welcome back. I'm Kirsten Delgado.
And I'm Alexa Lorenzo. We take you now to Osceola County.
Channel 9's Daryl Matthews has more on the race for St. Cloud City Council and the first African-American woman to win a seat on it. And Daryl, thank you. In Osceola County's District 1 Commissioner race, Democrat Peggy Chowdhury came out ahead with 56% of the vote.
That's over 17,000 votes, defeating Republican Desvani Martinez, who received 44%. Breaking right now, former President Donald Trump is just a handful of Electoral College votes away from becoming the nation's 47th president.
Coming up, his comments in South Florida as we await the final results from across the country.
And there were 6 highly contested amendments on the ballot this time around. We'll go over the results to let you know which ones are law this morning.
And we're tracking this hurricane down to the south of us, what it means as it moves away from us in our rain chance this morning. It's 4:26.
This is Channel 9 Eyewitness News this morning. Coverage you can count on.
Breaking this morning, former President Donald Trump is just 3 Electoral College votes away from becoming the 47th president of the United States.
We're going to help our country heal. We have a country that needs help, and it needs help very badly.
We have live team coverage as the results come across the nation come in, plus how Central Florida voters decided some of the biggest races impacting our community here at home.
Good morning. It is 4:30 on your Wednesday morning. I'm Alexa Lorenzo.
And I'm Kirsten Delgado. Let's get over to certified meteorologist Brian Shields with a latest look at your weather.
Yeah, we'll cover a few showers around this morning, the very latest on the tropics, the new information coming in on Rafael down to the south of us. Good morning. Now, this is not coming here. This is a hurricane now, very small hurricane, but it's going to work its way right into western Cuba as expected, then kind of drift its way off toward the west as we go over the next several days over water once it gets past Cuba. And then there should be some weakening as we get deeper into the week, and by the weekend, hopefully it just kind of falls apart quite a bit in the Gulf of Mexico. But in the short term, we're thinking of our friends down to the south as this rolls into western Cuba as a hurricane. Winds right now at about 90 miles per hour on that. For us, we had some showers overnight, some wet roads around, and some spotty showers now with that tropical system south of us. It's giving us that very humid flow and helping to pump in a couple of the showers this morning. Just hit or miss. We've seen some along our coast in Brevard. Here's Flagler, Volusia. Some of those spotty showers, Cody's Corner, Bunnell, Flagler Beach. You may run into a couple showers this morning. Numbers in those 70s, 76 the Villages, Leesburg, 75 degrees in Sanford. Throughout the day, more clouds and sun, and then we'll get some spotty showers and storms. Highs will be in the 80s, 84 midday, about a 50% chance of scattered showers and storms. We'll track that on Future Track, the computer models in the tropics, and look ahead to the weekend. It's 4:31. Kirsten.
Breaking right now, election officials around the country are still counting the votes in the presidential election. Right now, former President Donald Trump has 267 electoral votes. He's expected to easily cross the 270 vote threshold to send him back to the White House. Just hours ago, he spoke to a group of supporters.
I will not let you down. America's future will be bigger, better, bolder, richer, safer, and stronger than it has ever been before.
An advisor to VP Kamala Harris said that she would not speak and that there are still votes to count. Channel 9's Sam Martello has been tracking those votes, and she's live for us in studio with a closer look at those numbers.
Yeah, Kirsten, breaking this down for you, former President Donald Trump won Florida last night for the third consecutive election, earning the state's 30 electoral votes. He won all of our Central Florida counties except for Orange. He also won Miami-Dade County, which is a majority Latino district and was reliably Democratic for decades. The county voted for Hillary Clinton in 2016 and President Biden in 2020. Now, across the country, he has won the swing states of Pennsylvania, Georgia, and North Carolina. At his watch party at the Palm Beach Convention Center, he addressed the crowd just before 2:30 this morning. There, he declared victory over Vice President Kamala Harris.
We overcame obstacles that nobody thought possible, and it is now clear that we've achieved the most incredible political thing. Look what happened. Is this crazy?
And of course, we are waiting for the official results to come in to confirm a winner. We did not hear from VP Harris overnight. And again, according to her campaign co-chair, we expect her to address the nation sometime later today. But for now, live in studio, Sam Martello, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
And voters here in Florida gave former President Trump a big win here at home. And Rick Scott also scored an easy victory in the Senate race.
Scott beat challenger Debbie Mucarsel-Powell 59 to 40%. Channel 9's Jeff Deal has reaction to the victory from the Scott watch party down south. The watch party for his challenger, Debbie Mucarsel-Powell, didn't last very long.
Yeah, Channel 9's Sabrina Majori reports from Miami about where the challenger promised to continue her fight for Florida's future. And Republicans will also flip the Senate, which will shift the balance of power in Washington.
Take a look. With several races still to be decided, Republicans will have at least 51 seats. The GOP majority will put the Senate in position to boost a Trump presidency.
But right now, it's too early to tell if the GOP will hold its majority in the House of Representatives. You can see here that right now they lead with 192 seats, while the Democrats have 173. But there are still many races that are too close to call right now.
Voters here in Florida were asked to make decisions on 6 constitutional amendments, and the results included some surprises.
Channel 9's Q McCrae has a closer look at exactly how things shook out.
That's right. And this year, voters faced decisions on 6 proposed amendments to Florida's Constitution. To pass, each amendment needed 60% approval. Only 2 received the level of support needed to make that happen. Amendment 2 passed, making hunting and fishing a public right in Florida. And Amendment 5 passed, allowing homestead property exemptions to rise with inflation. Now, 2 highly debated amendments did not make the cut. We're talking about Amendment 3, which would have allowed personal marijuana use for adults 21 and older. It got about 55% yes votes, but fell short of the 60% threshold needed. As for Amendment 4, which would have a limited government involvement in abortion decisions early in pregnancy or for the patient's health, it received 57% support, but also did not pass. Amendments 1 and 6, which focused on making school board election bipartisan and ending public campaign funding in Florida, also did not get enough votes to become law in the state of Florida. So that's the latest for now. Here in the studio, I'm Q McRae, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Q, thank you. And in Seminole County, Republican Amy Pennock won in the supervisor of elections race, securing 54% of the vote. She beat Democrat Deborah Palulin, who received 46%. Pennock took the win with over 131,000 votes.
Staying in Seminole County, the race for County Commissioner District 5 was won by Republican Andrea Herv. She came out on top with 54% of the vote, receiving more than 130,000 votes. She defeated Democrat Gary Carney, who took 46%.
4:40 on this Wednesday morning, getting a check of your weather with certified meteorologist Brian Shields.
Yeah, watching a couple of showers around, some spotty showers this morning, extra clouds too. You see a few new ones trying to pop up near Keensville, Yeehaw Junction, watching southern Osceola into southern Brevard, and then we swing to the north. We've had those showers, some offshore, but some areas of drizzle too. Flagler, Volusia, we've seen some of those pockets of drizzle inland. Now we get down to the south. This here is small, but a strong hurricane. Of course, hurricanes by nature are strong, but this one's getting even stronger as it works its way right into western Cuba. This is Hurricane Rafael, so a compact system, but packing a punch. So we're thinking of them moving into western Cuba as we go throughout the day. Then this area eventually moves into the Gulf of Mexico, and it moves away from us. It is going to swing away from us and just kind of work its way into the central and even western sections of the Gulf of Mexico, where down the road there should be some significant weakening in that once we work our way into late week into the upcoming weekend. All right, for us today, though, with that with the hurricane down to the south of us, we kind of have that humid flow. That means that chance of some rain and storms, about a 50% chance today, highs in the mid-80s. It's going to be humid. I want to track some of the thunderstorms today and look ahead to the weekend coming up. It's 4:41. Kirsten.
This year, extra steps were taken to protect your ballot. Coming up, we're taking you behind the scenes to show you what Orange County elections workers did that never has been done before. And ahead, the decision Orange County voters made over a tax that's been in place for decades supporting our schools. It's 4:41. Approaching 4:45 on this start to your Wednesday morning. We're getting you every bit of the election results, both on the local, state, and of course national level. We'll have that and more. Your weather and traffic coming up every 15 minutes starting at 5 a.m. here on Channel 9. Welcome back. I'm Kirsten Delgado.
And I'm Alexa Lorenzo. This morning we're getting you up to speed here at home. We have election results out of Orange County.
A Democrat state congresswoman, Ana Escamani, has defeated her Republican challenger, Gregory Pohl, to retain control over District 42. Channel 9's Giovanni Diaz spoke with them at a watch party in downtown Orlando as Maxwell Frost also retained his position.
Voters in Seminole and Volusia County are sending a new Smyrna Beach politician back to Congress.
Representative Corey Mills of U.S. District 7 beat a local business owner, Jennifer Adams, in yesterday's election. The Republican incumbent won 57% of the vote, while Adams won 43%. Mills was originally elected in 2022 after District 7 was redrawn.
A Republican lawmaker representing Western Orange County and Lake County is also heading back to D.C. Representative Daniel Webster won 61% of the vote yesterday. Mount Dora paralegal Barbie Hall only won 39%.
A popular half-penny sales tax will continue here in Orange County.
Voters chose to extend the sales tax that will help build new schools and renovate existing ones. The sales tax won with 72% of the vote. Orange County says it's been able to renovate or replace over 100 schools since the sales tax was introduced back in 2002.
4:47 on this early start to your Wednesday morning. We're getting a check of your weather. My goodness, I don't know about you, but it was muggy when I walked out this morning.
Yeah, it was. Kind of hit you like a wave.
I was like, whoa, we haven't felt this in a little bit. It's been a couple
That's part because of the hurricane down to the south, which is not coming here, very tropical environment, and we're going to have that today and tomorrow. Extra humidity around, and that also means that chance of some of those spotty showers. Here we are in downtown Orlando, 75 degrees, sunrise 6:41, and that sunset at 5:36. There are those numbers running in those 70s, 76 Bunnell, Palm Coast, Flagler Beach, 75 Orange City, DeBerry back into Sanford, mid-70s, Kissimmee over towards St. Cloud, 79 in Melbourne, 76 Claremont, 77 Bushnell, 75 in Ocala. Onshore breeze with us. Now we have a low deck of clouds, not much in the way of fog, but a low deck of clouds now. So kind of monitoring that, some areas of drizzle and some of those spotty showers. Here are a few new ones, as I mentioned earlier. Osceola, Brevard, watching some trying to creep in. And then we have this pocket here, a lot of this offshore, but some onshore, watching Flagler into the Volusia for some of those areas of some light showers. So just monitoring some of the wet roads. This down to the south, Hurricane Rafael, that is moving right into Cuba as we go throughout the day. It is getting stronger and stronger as it's about to move onshore. Could become a major hurricane as it moves onshore. Either way for us, we'll be watching down to the south. Of course, we'll keep you posted on that. And then this will work its way into the Gulf away from us, where it should weaken as we work our way into the weekend with some cooler water temperatures. And you see it here again crossing Cuba today. Then by tonight, it starts to make its move in the eastern Gulf of Mexico, but then pulling back toward the central and western Gulf. This here is by Friday, and then we'll start to see the weakening trend on that on Friday. For us today, we'll be in those 80s, mid 80s as we go throughout the day. Humid, spotty showers this morning. We'll catch a few breaks, but then it flares up again. You see here by 2 o'clock, scattered showers and storms when the kids are getting out of school. So even a few thunderstorms around with our humidity, especially in our western zones as we hit the afternoon and evening. All right, 7-day forecast for you now on your screen. So the rain chance about 50% today. Watching out for a few of those downpours. Then tomorrow, temperatures around 84, still warm, isolated showers. The weekend, very warm, 86 Friday, 85 as we get into the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Overnight lows staying in the 60s and 70s, a very slight 20% chance of a shower this weekend. Then into Veterans Day, we're still running in those mid 80s. We'll watch out for some of those spotty showers around early next week, but no big cold front yet. So the mid 80s hanging on into next week. It's 4:50. Alexa.
Central Florida voters have re-elected the former state attorney who was suspended by the Florida governor.
Coming up, her reaction to defeating the man who replaced her.
And next, how election workers in Orange County took extra steps to protect your ballot this year. It's 4:50.
Drone 9, only on Channel 9 Eyewitness News. Getting you closer over the scene of breaking news.
Drone 9, sponsored by StrataAC.com. You ought to call Strata.
Welcome back. It's 4:53 as we take a live look at Lake Eola Park in downtown Orlando. So far, we're off to a pretty humid start. Your full forecast with certified meteorologist Brian Shields ahead. Thanks for being with us. I'm Alexa Lorenzo.
And I'm Kirsten Delgado. For the first time, the Orange County Supervisor of Elections allowed everyone to watch as the votes were counted.
We showed it as it was happening live throughout our election night coverage right here on Channel 9. Melanie Holt was at the Supervisor of Elections office as this whole process unfolded. We have more results ahead at 5 o'clock, including some highly debated constitutional amendments.
At the top of the 5 o'clock hour, how one of the most high-profile supporters of the recreational marijuana measure is reacting after it failed to pass.
And we are continuing to follow the race for the White House. We'll break down the latest numbers for you coming up.
And we are watching Rafael down to the south getting stronger. For us, we're tracking some rain and storms and a look ahead to the weekend. It's 4:56.